Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's the NFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports. See Lamar Jackson and the Atlanta Falcons versus Kyler Murray and the Chicago Bears.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, they can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
They had no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Play on first down will get 4 up to the 29.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round, they told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Might have needed just one more block. As it stands, 37-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
on the option on second down. Quick strikeout wide by Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Falcons have taken the early lead. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and the Falcons score to cap it off.
Jairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Stepping up, Murray has it knocked loose, fumble, and the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side, a little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra.
Touchdown, Falcons! John Ross, 31 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. I like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands though.
Yeah. Well.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 20.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, Brown throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Brown. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Brown now on 1st down. That is incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brown. And that'll be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance?
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field to try and get up and get it.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Play action. It's Jackson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This time, Jackson will throw it. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Keys. And he will have the 1st down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bears nothing.
Now Brown looking to throw on 2nd down. Short throw to Dissly. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he'll give it here to his running back. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down.
This defense is really fooling around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Intercepted by the...
And that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll begin here with Adams. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And
the Bears on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it, or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
Throwing on 2nd down. Murray. And that'll be caught by the tight end, Keene. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Bears.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
3 on the carry.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mucked that down for a win in the defense's column. And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up
if this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. From the gun, Jackson. This one caught by Isabella. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now the 2nd down throw on target, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Andy Isabella. 26 yards, and the Falcons will extend their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Murray. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
That's taken in by Duvernay. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than a ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1?
Every single time.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throw left side complete to Isabella. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man is lost, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
40-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got this one complete to Fountain. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
That's trash. That's trash. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson, that is caught inside the 5. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Jackson will throw again. Being chased out left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Again, Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And Jackson throwing once more. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. DeAndre Swift in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This is the 4th and final game here on this wildcard weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's NFC wildcard game. But first, let's take a look back at action from earlier.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. He spins through and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Oh, man, open down the middle of the field. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Number 37.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Number 80.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on third and short, and yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. They'll run with Swift, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Jackson going to run, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? This is out quickly to the right, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. John Ross, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, Murray. Open man is Duvernay. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago.
Murray's pass.
Devin Duvernay, 71 yards. And the Bears claw one back.
Lining up for the point after.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on. And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
That's caught by Jackson. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
A gain of 2.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
tackle made at the
once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll keep it on the ground. Keys, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Keys, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20.
In your face!
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Falcons.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
At the 30.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Stay with your man. Mike, 53.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 2 yards to go.
From the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete.
Murray's pass. Intended for number 20. Incomplete. It's 4th.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 18. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going. Going into the game, it makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
You ain't doing nothing today. 57's the mark. 57's the mark. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And this will be a Falcons first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Jerome Baker.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. A first throw for the backup, Jackson. Steps away. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a first down as well. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Bird. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Out to his left. He'll run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
The Bears on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking on the midfield logo. Escapes the defender. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now left side on the swing pass. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Here's Swift. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
Bears 7.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set to kick off.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
1st down Bears.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Onto the field now come the Bears. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. and never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Now Murray throwing on second down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. And it's third down.
It's third down and 14.
From the gun, Murray. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
First down, Murray. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
Number 20.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Murray now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
At the 20-yard line.
To throw again, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Murray fighting, lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Operating from the gun, Murray. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. A draw play. This is Adams. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on just 8 teams left.
the dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.